Okay, so we're here once again in Sword Factory X, and if you watched the previous video, you will know that we basically went through and looked at the new Plasma Ruins map. However, in this video, what we're going to do is look at basically everything else that has come from this new update, including the new molds and some other smaller features as well. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So we'll start off first with just some of the smaller features. As you guys may remember, I got this Amalite sword right here, which obviously is a pretty decent mold, of course. And basically, I thought this was actually a fairly rare thing, and to be fairly honest, it is. However, right now, the chance of getting anything that's basically like Amalite Plus is a 1 in 60 chance, and I believe that is only from the Plasma Ruins world. However, I'm not too sure. However, in the next patch, they may be reducing this down to a 1 in 30 chance, so honestly, if you want to get an Amalite sword, you're probably going to get one fairly soon anyways, so yeah, just a little reminder there. Now this next thing as well is actually something that's really interesting. You may or may not have noticed, however, if you actually go over to where the rebrander is to the left side of your bank, you may realise there's nothing actually there. Well, basically what they've actually decided to do, just to, kind of help out some of the newer players and to, just kind of like help them learn the game a little bit, is they've actually basically turned this whole like rebrander into a sort of tycoon area. So if you come over to this area in your game, you may realise there's actually a little button down here that says something like platform and costs around 5,000 cash. Once you buy that and press that button, this platform will build and a new button will be introduced down here as well, which will basically open up the whole rebrander stuff, and I believe that will cost you around 2,500 gems, and then it will rebuild the rebrander for you, and that's basically how you get the rebrander back. So yeah, just something kind of nice to help some of the newer players kind of learn the game a little bit, especially with these kind of buttons down here for all the luck, and as well for the same thing for like the ascenders and stuff. So yeah, really cool overall. Now of course the main part of this video is all of the new molds. So if we just quickly scroll down this list, you may realise there's no new molds higher up on the list. That is because they are all beyond the Soul Stone, which of course was, I believe, like the best kind of molds beforehand. However, as you can see, we have gotten all sorts of brand new molds being introduced into the game right now, which is really exciting. So the first one up here is of course the titanium one, giving nearly 700,000 times value, which is absolutely insane. And if we just quickly change our index over, we may as well actually just look at them in the index just to be a little bit easier. If we just change it over to actual normal, you can see the actual proper chance of this. So as you can see, it's more or less 1 in 3 sextillion chance as we get a Neon Crimson Plus boss spawning in Sand Canyons. Next one is the Rose Gold, which is around a 1 million times value, and it is a 1 in 16 sextillion chance, so a really nice one as well. I'm really interested to see how that one properly looks. We also have the Hellfire mold, which is a 1.5 times value increase at a 1 in 90 sextillion chance. We have the Cobalt one as well, 2.3 million times value at a 1 in 500 sextillion chance. Next up we have the Ectoplasm one, which is honestly a pretty interesting name because, when you think of ectoplasm, obviously that kind of is like the whole ghosts thing, mostly from Ghostbusters, so again, a really cool name there. At a 3.5 million times value, at a 1 in 2.7 septillion chance. Then we have a Dark Heart as well, 5.2 million times value at a 1 in 15 septillion chance. Prismatic at an 8 million times value with a 1 in 81 septillion chance. I'm not even sure how you're going to pronounce this one. Galaxite, maybe, something like that, or Galazite, maybe, if you pronounce it as a Z. It's basically got nearly a 12 million times value at a 1 in 450 septillion chance. Then we have Overseer down here as well, nearly 18 million times value at a 1 in 2.47 octillion chance. And then the last one, which I believe is the strongest value for the mold in this game right now, is the Void Stone. As you can see, a 26.8 million times value at a 1 in 13.6 octillion chance. Now of course all of these molds most likely will have a chance to drop from all of the brand new bosses in the actual Plasma Ruins, so of course these will definitely be gettable. In terms of the actual values overall, they have an absolutely massive increase. As you can see, Nightmare is the best value mold you can get right now from the dungeons, and that is only an 80,000 value increase. So yeah, as you can see, it's absolutely insane how good some of these molds are, especially these ones down here. You are going to get a ton of value. Does it even matter what kind of other things you have in it? You can literally have broken quality and common, but this thing will still be worth a ton. So yeah, these molds are honestly absolutely insane. Hopefully we can get some fairly soon so we can actually show them off properly. But yeah, overall really insane. And just to quickly finish off this video, we may as well go through and just quickly see if we can actually get anything. We can have a Void Ancient down here as well, which we quickly dispatch of. Only a ruby, which is pretty sad. 2 normal usual things that we see in the game all the time. There's actually a godly boss down here as well. For some reason we get a silver, a gold and another silver down there as well, so nothing new as of yet. We also get an infernal boss spawning in here as well. Can we see where that infernal boss is? Maybe. I'm not too sure where they actually all spawn at, like all the good bosses, but there is an infernal boss somewhere in here right now. So let me just quickly run around the map, see if I can actually find this thing real quick. What I need to do as well is sort out my sword so I don't accidentally mispress any buttons. We get a mega boss down there, ultra abyssal. I'm not too sure where this oh, there's the infernal boss right there. So we actually dispatched that real quickly, which is pretty good. We get an emerald there, amethyst, I'm pretty sure that's a steel, a silver, and I'm pretty sure this infernal also has nothing cool in it either. But we'll just quickly drop this random mythical sword, and yeah, it's just a silver sword, which is pretty sad. So I'm honestly not too sure how hard it will be to actually get some of these new molds from these bosses. Maybe it'll be better to try and get them from your machines perhaps, depending on what kind of level you have as well. But yeah, overall really cool to see really good molds in this game. Of course, they just have completely blown the whole value out the water. Over here as well, we have literally just this island must just genuinely be only bad bosses for some reason. We also have a Void Mythical there as well, which is, I guess, fair enough. I'm pretty sure that dropped an opal, which is pretty cool. And then we'll also go ahead and just quickly claim the chests as well. There's usually one on the end of each of these little platforms, so honestly fairly easy to find. We do actually get a dungeon drop, or well, obviously not a dungeon drop, but you know, it is a Mega Behemoth Lesteel Perfect Sword, so nothing too crazy from that one. If we quickly run around to the other side and claim the other chest, perhaps we maybe get something better. No, we don't get a sword from that one. Is there any more chests hiding around? There is one just back here as well. Let's just quickly jump up without getting stuck in this fountain, and down behind this right here, open up this thing, and sadly no more chests from there either. Not too sure there's anything else hidden around here. I don't think there is. However, this would be a really cool area to introduce the new dungeon in. Obviously there is going to be one in 2 weeks being introduced into the game, to kind of coincide with the current dungeon we have right now. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this world is actually used, and how what the development kind of thing is for its whole world anyways. But yeah, really cool overall. Hopefully I can get some new molds to show off properly in later videos. But yeah, if you guys have any, let me know down below how hard it was for you guys to get it and how quickly you actually got it as well. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all, without flailing around, in the next video.